Hey YouTube, this is Mickey D bringing you another episode of Stationeers. I believe we're up to episode 27. Uh, if the stream is actually going to want to show the actual game screen. There we go. Thank you. Oh, wow, that's kind of loud. And that's right, I need to da, 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 da. Yeah, it's cutting off the screen. There we go. That is better. All right. Yeah, I finally got another monitor. So now I can run it in full screen windowed, and you guys should be able to see everything as well. So, and I can keep an eye on the stream on the other monitor, which is nice. Yeah. So, all right. So it's been I don't know, a week and a half, almost 2 weeks since the last stream. I'm pretty sure I mentioned in the episodes leading up to it that I was not going to be able to stream for a week or so. Basically, I had to rip out and got 60 feet of wall and re-insulate it and redo it. So yeah, all done. Basically killed myself doing it. Basically go to work, come home, eat dinner, go work on that until the wee hours of the morning, and then get a couple hours of sleep before I had to go to work. So there's probably a few things that are a little bit different on the base. So right after the last stream, I was basically going out and collecting oxides, which you will notice the base is up at 100 and we have a little bit left over. Unfortunately, that was on a different save. So my beacon went dead and I lost my base, which was kind of annoying. So yeah, devs wired beacons. Yeah, so luckily I alternate saves, and I was able to basically roll back a whole day, basically right before I put in all the heating and cooling vents. So they're probably in slightly different positions. Some things are probably a little bit different, but basically overall the same setup. The good news about that is that if you remember on the last episode, or in case you just watched the last episode, there was a bug, and I think they patched it the next day after I did the stream. There's been 2 patches since the last stream. So, and one of those, there was an oxygen bug. Basically, when they were, especially when, I guess it especially applied when you were using the air control to flood fill the base, that it would basically leak or not seal up and you would lose a ton of oxygen. And that's what happened. We had, we were up at 4 4 mkp, and so we lost basically almost all the O2 by trying to fill up the base twice and realizing that it lost it all. So the good news is on the vent rollback is I got all the oxygen back. I just had to rehook up all the vents and stuff. So, and I did do a couple more runs to top it off because I think we ended up having enough to do like up to 80. And you see it still kind of fluctuates a little bit, and then obviously it will gradually go down over time just because we are breathing. so it's turning it into waste and basically carbon dioxide and whatnot. Um, so yeah, and that basically brings us back up to where we were. Also, the other bug that was fixed, and I believe they actually the same update is they fixed the oxygen. And again, if you remember from the last stream, there was the issue that the temperature in the base, like we depressurize it, and the temperature would just start climbing. Yeah, there was a bug in that. So they fixed that as well. So no more weird temperature spikes in the base now, which is nice. And then they did release another patch last Tuesday, I guess, and a few little bug fixes. I think some optimization in the world gen that was causing lag and or slowing down the frame rate, if I remember correctly, or excessive RAM uses or excessive save use. I can't remember which one, but so a couple of bug fixes, nothing overly great that was added or anything. Nothing new yet, basically. So and our power supply has been holding steady, which is nice. We're getting back up to, we can actually probably throw another battery in because we're getting up to 2 fully charged batteries during the day. So we're pretty good on power. We've got basically our heating and cooling systems in, our oxygen system in. We've got our filtration system in. Just nothing is really automated yet. So we basically got the climate control in. We'll have to work on automation later on. The furnace is still up and running with its, basic automation that it'll keep the pipes from blowing up, which is always a good thing. And I think we're still doing good on resources. I think first I really want to make a room downstairs for battery power storage, and we still need to do the plan is through this wall is here is we'll have like the greenhouse, so those are still on the to-do list, and then after that it'll be sprucing up the base, and getting things automated, basically. So that's kind of the game plan for now. I'm hoping to do streams again now that I'm done with my whole renovation project. I'll probably do one stream tonight, and then maybe do a couple streams tomorrow, and get back to multiple streams. I still want to do a rock stream. But I'm kind of waiting for them to do another update, since they don't really, the dev server's not really accessible, at least that I've been able to get on it. The ping is way too high. Alternately, I just run it single player, and I still want to do what is it, JBS Mars, I think it is. Let me see. JCB Pioneer Mars, yeah, which has some mixed reviews, but it looks kind of interesting. I played about, 10 minutes in it, and really, I didn't get past like the trailer video that I've seen. So, and not that I died, I just, that's as far as I got. I didn't want to go too far in depth in it because I wanted to start a stream from the very beginning. Oh, shoot. And yeah, and also was thinking about, I'd like to do, we want the electronics printer. I'd like to do a Subnautica stream, I'm thinking, which is, it's been out for a while, but they finally, it's like the released final version, I guess, besides maybe a few, probably updates, bug fixes sort of thing. Let me see, where is all of our resources at? Because I think what we're going to run into on Stationeers is we're going to probably kind of run out of stuff to do if they don't start adding content soon. And I just don't want to keep, like, starting a new... do we need battery for that? Yeah, we do need steel. Oh, really? We don't have enough steel. Okay, well, I guess first off, if we're going to make some steel. Unless I've got some sitting in another machine. No, I guess we did use a whole bunch making... well, we'll turn that off for now. And let's see here. So we need... how much do we want to make? We usually make quite the amount, so... Which I think we're definitely going to want to do, because at some point we are going to want to, spruce up the base, put some steel walls on here. And so we're going to get this done up. Yeah, I'm really hoping they'll do an update soon with, I think the last thing that they announced was in the last fix, which they did, bug fixes, and they spruced up some of the graphics for some of the ores and stuff, made them a little bit more translucent, they're a little bit easier to see, that sort of thing. They announced that they're going to try to work a little bit more on getting features complete, or stuff that they've started working on added into the game. And I can't remember, it was one of the last few streams somebody asked me about why was I using these instead of like the air conditioners, which I kind of do like these, since you can kind of control each area individually. But I think Dean did announce that they're probably going to go to more this route with like the heaters and the air conditioners, and I think it looks like they're going to get rid of... what do we got this set at? It looks like they're going to get rid of... we don't want to dump that out yet. They're going to get rid of this the standalone kind of AC unit. We should be charging now. Why aren't you lighting? Come on. Let me turn that on and see. We shouldn't have any... Oh, you know what? I think I did run into... let me see. Let's try flushing the system. I think I did run into an issue where... And see, this is where I can't remember, because where we had to basically swap the... where I basically had to roll back is, I believe I had an issue where the, and why isn't that draining? That should be draining. It is, but not really. Oh, did I not change that to a... Oh. When I move that, that should be a back pressure regulator. Okay, let's get the wrench. And I've got the mining bag on. And we did turn that off, okay, because last thing we need is pipes. Well, they shouldn't explode, but... So, yeah, that was... And I think I actually already fixed that once. but I can't remember. Is that the wrench? No. Screw. Yeah, we want this to be a back pressure regulator. It's not going to do much if it's a pressure regulator. Yeah, I actually fixed this when we got a save going on. There we go. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, that's right. I forgot that that's out from the wall. Which I could have probably ran that against the wall, but nope, nope. See, I almost did it again. Okay, back pressure regulator. Thank you. Turn on. There we go. That should, yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I already had to do this once, and then basically we had too much carbon dioxide in the furnace, so it would not light. And I think if we actually use the atmospheric analyzer, it'll tell us. But that should hopefully pull that down real quick here. We can get that lit. It'd be interesting to see. It takes a while to drain that out. How much are we? 34. I think we're just about above where we had it, 3,000. Yeah, so we got a little bit we'll pull off before it'll. Okay, we'll get that cleared out. We should be able to get it lit. We get our steel made. And then we can go from there. Yeah, so I want to make another battery. You know, we're actually filling the whole thing up during the day, which it is day right now. And yeah, it's charging back up nicely. So we're basically losing, you know, some power that we could be storing. Granted, we're not running low right now, but, you know, if we can store it, might as well. But I do want to build the room down below and get kind of like essential. I don't like the battery sitting out right there, basically. I mean, we've got an infinite world, basically. Wow. You know, not really, but I'm the only one on the moon. I have an entire moon to build on. Okay, so we should be good. Oh, don't do that. Turn it off. Thank you. All right, so let's get this pressurized again. And I think we're set at about 700, which we should be good. Oh, they're so slow. I really hope they do increase the speed on the how fast everything fills up. I don't know. Some stuff is they're I guess basically it's just the tick rate. They're too slow to respond, you know, when they need to cut in and out a lot of the times, and they just take forever to, you know, I mean, it's a gas. It's just, you just open up, let it flow. If there's a huge differential, it should fill up relatively quickly. I mean, I've got it set at 700, and now we're finally at 200. And we've got the ratio, so we probably can just go ahead and light it. Let's go ahead and try. Yep, thank you. And steel. Yeah, because we don't even actually need... Actually, I want to try to... Let's just keep it running. And if we set it to... What do we need for steel? Above 600? Well, it's not that high. Fine. Cool. I don't think they cool that fast, though. Oh, yeah, temperature is climbing. Okay, so we're going to say if it's above 800. Ooh. Alright, so it is dropping the pressure. I'd like to see if we can actually just keep it running. Well, let's go out here where it's cooler, and we'll probably close the door. I want to, while we have it up the temperature, we might as well smelt some other ores. What else are we getting? Copper. Only copper. Let's see, what does the temperature go up to? Yeah. Oops. Actually, it'll probably just dump it right out as an ingot. Oh, very nice. Look at that. Oh, yeah, we are. How about we just put my... Thank you. No, this is going to go horribly wrong, and we're going to end up catching the base on fire. And we're just going to dump... I'm going to do some gold, and we'll do some more iron. Let's see if it's going to... pressure, kind of, it goes up and down. I mean, it's not going that high. I mean, it's definitely not getting anything... You know, it's not going to insane amounts. And we're... Now, our pipe pressure is not... Because we're set at 3 something, and obviously it's not keeping up. This is probably a pretty good way to heat the base, though. We'll put gold in there. We'll put iron in there. Yeah, we'll get some... what else? We can do some silicone. We probably want some... I don't want to do all the silicone. Definitely do the copper, though, especially since we're going to be running lines, so we're going to use a whole bunch of copper. Pressure's still dropping. Temperature's still dropping too, so it looks like it's kind of going out. It's probably full of pollution now. That, or we've used up all of our 237s. About the same. Oh, can we not do silicone in the... Or did I dump them through too fast? Oh, no, okay. Oh, our temperature dropped too low. Alright, well, anyway, we got quite a bit of stuff processed. We'll let that go ahead and pull everything out of there. And then we'll just close that door and let the AC run. Cool it off. And we want to put this in the electronics machine. Yeah, so that's good. That'll give us some resources for a while. Oh. Alright, yeah, I only want to make one of those. Alright. So, where exactly do I'm still thinking about making the stairs coming down through here. And then maybe we'll turn and go down. And then basically be underneath the main floor here. And that way the power line can still just run straight down through. And later on I'd like to hook up like a power monitor. And we can move the generator under there as well. I think that'll work pretty good. Now the question is, let us dump that there for a minute. We're going to grab the mining belt. Let's take a trip outside. I just want to make sure we're not going to depressurize the whole entire base when we do this. Yes, the magical floating beacon. Come. Oh. No, no, no. Oh, I dumped out all the air. And I hit that twice, didn't I? Is it gonna... Okay, no. It's not set to... Alright. Oh, yeah. So, there is our... That's our drop the oxides in. They did also fix it in the update too that I guess oxides evaporating in your backpack, and if you're if you're outside in the sun, if you have oxides or gases, ices basically in your anywhere but your hands, they do not evaporate now. I guess that was actually a bug. It wasn't intended for it to do that. So, which is nice because now we can actually, store them. And they don't, yeah, we don't need, okay. Yes, that pipe there is the waste pipe, but we're actually processing all gases, so we have no waste. Okay, so I'm going to say that's not going to seal up under there. And if I remember correctly, so this is the floor. So we might need to stick a couple of blocks there real quick. Oh. Okay, nope, we're fine. Oh, I saw the blinking blue-red. I thought the battery was blinking red there for a second. I was like, no, that should be charging. And I wonder if I need to put a couple more vents in here and maybe speed this up a little bit more. That I just need a little bit more patience. But that gauge seems to move so slow. Yeah, I'm hoping the updates will pick up. I like to see some of the... I like to see slope blocks. I'm hoping they'll get that, or the shaped blocks. So we get something besides squares everywhere. Or the big cube for a base. And what are we at for temperature in here? Still a little warm there. We'll let it run. We might want 2 coolers in there. Alright, we got some steel frames. We got some steel sheets. Let's put that in there and grab those steel frames, steel sheets. You know what, too? We could do this the easier way, which is just close this door. And turn these on to suck all the air out of the room. Now we don't have to worry about depressurizing the base. Yeah, except the drawback is we have to wait for the base to, or the room to depressurize. And I have to do a little bit with the airflow too, because I think when I was pressurizing the base, I was getting blown all over by the vents just by walking by them. And I guess while we're here, we can go ahead and dump our... Oh. And we'll go ahead and dump our waste tank. Might as well. 64, 65. Come on. Oh, and I'm going to sneeze. Oh, that hurt. All right. And we got an autosave. I'm wondering if I should... I'll probably kick myself later for if I do this, but I should probably turn down the autosave frequency a little bit. I think I have it set for every 10 minutes right now, but I don't think I've really ever had the game crash on me, so I might set it to every like 15 or 20 minutes or half an hour. Probably don't really want to go more than half an hour. Come on. It gets down pretty close. I'm going to call it good. We will dump that over there. And we will dump that over there because we're going to need 2 slots. I just want to start ripping stuff apart. So we need 1, 2, maybe like a flat, and then, and I think that's crater comes in kind of like right here. This might actually be all the way already on the ground. Come on. And work faster. Alright, we're probably low enough. I don't care if we lose a little bit. Let me see. I kind of want the stairs to start like I don't really want to walk in the door, and I'll probably be tripping over the stairs the whole time. Okay, so we're right on. Alright, well, we didn't depressurize there. That's good. And we're going to need a grinder for this, too. You know what I didn't do? I didn't make any stairs. Alright, well, we'll get everything cleared out first. And we'll need... we're going to make such a mess doing this. I really wish, like, stuff would just go into your inventory. This whole, dropping stuff, having to pick stuff up, especially parts that have multiple components. Yep, see, now they're like, hey, look, they're flying into the ground. And I'm going to have a whole pile of parts over here. Oh, that's right, I was using iron for the floor. Okay. So let's switch to our mining belt. We're going to throw our tools over there for now. I guess I can just clear this all out. We'll make a... And we're going to seal it up anyway. And good thing you can't, like, damage the base with, like, the drill. And that is kind of a nice feature. Okay. So that's... Oh, stair there, stair there. That's not gonna... Ooh. Yeah, those stairs are so shallow, though. I don't know if 2 is really gonna be enough. Well, we'll see. Let's clear out some down here. Let's see, so this is our wall. And basically we're coming right to the other side of this wall. And we might as well just clear out. I mean, we're going to want a kind of decent sized room. Obviously, we're not going to do like the whole first floor area. And the good thing is we do know that this is sealed, so we don't have to depressurize this. I kind of thought it was, but I didn't really want to take the chance and, lose all of the oxygen, basically. That would kind of really suck. Especially as long as it takes to collect enough oxygen to, that's a lot of runs. Alright, come on, get this dug out. So I kind of like to put a coal chute dropping down here, and we can, not that we have needed it lately, but if we want to run the generator, I don't know. We run it so rarely that, well, actually, I think we'll just put a locker down here. I was having an issue with the, when I loaded when I load a save, coal was dumping out of the chutes and stuff before, so I think what I want to do is maybe just put a locker down here. We'll store some extra coal down here. Honestly, I haven't run the generator in quite a while, so I don't know if I'll maybe just stick with this for the floor. Nah, I probably want to do actual flooring grates. Yeah, I'm hoping they'll do upgrades for the drills and stuff. It is nice how if you keep it pretty level, you can get a nice level floor out of it. And you can do, if you, semi-decently, you can, kind of get some, walls, and, it's not complete, mess when you're digging out. Alright, so we need to go up there. Need to make some stairs. And I need to turn off the depressurize now. And we can go ahead and pressurize. Thankfully, we've got quite a few more vents, so we should pressurize pretty quick. We probably will have to go on another oxygen run now, because we are going to, obviously we're filling up a new area now. So that's going to, we're going to use more oxygen now to fill up the base. Oh, and actually my jetpack was on. And we get pretty close, we can open it. Yeah, I almost killed myself earlier. It was when I was redoing everything, getting from when I was on the rollback there. And yeah, I was impatient, opened the airlock door. I'm like, yeah, it's not really going to make that big of a difference. Nope, shot me across the other side of the airlock, bashed me to the door, and almost killed me. So if there is quite the pressure differential, then it will kill you if you if it slams you too hard. All right, we need some stairs. We get some stairs. We get the sheets. And while we're up here, oh, just passed it. We're gonna need 3 or 4 of those at least. I should pull open the grate so that we know where we need to dig to. Not great, but we should pull open this block, so because we need that open. And let's see what we got. 2. And how high do these stack? You know, for stairs, these take quite a while. Now we're going to make more cabling too. And we'll let that run. Let's go check on our O2, see what we're at. 0. Yeah, I kind of figured we're not going to be able to get the base all the way pressurized now. All right, let's try 4. See how that does. Oh, they already covered 2 blocks, don't they? I was thinking they were 1. Yeah, we're not going to be able to clear that. That is a wall section, though, so we can actually pull that out. It's not really going to interfere with anything. Yeah, and we shouldn't get any leaks from it either. Because I did fill in all the, the floor even underneath. Yep, even underneath the walls. So we do get a little piece of pipe sticking out through there, but that's fine. Okay. And yeah, iron. Try to keep this kind of semi-organized, which is probably not going to really work all that well. We should have an iron one that drop plate down there too, or an iron frame that drop down there too, but all right. So, well, you know what? We could do... I think what we might do is get the... there we go. Get the... we can probably do a landing here and then maybe turn the stairs once. Yeah, see, like a slope block would be great here because we could, cover that pipe up and, it would kind of match with the stairs. But can't do slope blocks yet, so that's going to have to wait. Oh, hey, the frame unburied. Very nice. And can we see... Let's see, stairs come down this way. This is the wall. So yeah, we still need to come a block or 2 this way before we hit the... What a thought. There's the wall. Right? Stair, 1 block, door. Oh, okay, yeah, we still have a couple more blocks to go down before we hit where the batteries are. Hey, there we go. And of course now our oxygen can flow through here. Nope, auto save. And then I guess once we get this room dug out and get the come on, take just a little bit. Well, we can always go over. The blocks are going to cover it anyway. We should probably run. Really? That just doesn't want to dig, does it? Yeah, that one spot. Ah, there we go. Oh, I was stuck on those. All right. So we'll get... I guess we probably need to dig that out a little bit more. I'm probably being a little nicer than I need to be on this, but... All right, so we can pull our line down through there. We'll probably just wall that off, maybe have it poking through, and then maybe we'll do batteries lined up along here, and then have... Thinking, okay, so we can have batteries lined up. Definitely batteries lined up on this side. Maybe the generator. And we'll add, I guess, we probably should put some big transformers in. I haven't done that yet. So we can have the main line coming down, which will be heavy duty. And then have that go into the transformer. It can split between the batteries. Have the generator. And then that can dump in. We can have that tie into the line. And then I want to we'll have a computer down here. And what it'll do is it'll monitor. And if the, well, computer logic chips, I haven't decided which yet. But it'll monitor. If the battery gets too low, it'll kick on the generator. And then, once the charge gets built up, and maybe we'll tie it in with like a daylight sensor or something so that if... We'll have to detect to see if the battery is charging. I'll have to see what there is for settings for that. Because we might be able to... It would be nice that if it was like... The battery's critical, but the sun's up, so it's charging, and have it shut off the generator if it knows the solar is gonna be able to add to the charge. And then if the sun's down, it'll and then it's critical, then it'll kick the generator on. Okay, where are we at? Let's see. So that we're probably gonna put a block underneath there. I'm probably gonna do a line of blocks here to cap off kind of like the side of the stairwell. This does need to come out farther. Luckily, we should have 5 or 6 more blocks. We can go this way before we hit the edge of the base. And it looks like I don't really want to do 1 block high, so I kind of want to make this one more deeper. And it'll look like most of this episode's probably going to be digging. We're gonna get there at some point. I try not to do too much off camera. Usually just the mining runs. But I don't want to have 4 episodes of digging out a room either. And definitely feeling the oxygen blow me around a little bit as I clear out some of the areas. I'll have to add some lighting down here too, by the way. Might be one of the first things we do. And we're definitely going to, looks like we're going to have to go grab some more oxides, which I will do that off base, or off camera. Try to square this up a little bit. I want to get the overall dimensions of the room done before I start digging down lower. And then, there we go. All right, so a little bit more over here, I think. And let's see, where do we leave the stair pieces? Are they up there? Yeah, right there. So let's see, what do we do here? If we do that, oh, those go down 2 though, don't they? That's going to drop that down quite a bit. My other thought is to turn it like so, which that would probably work out because we're about set. We can do a line of blocks right through there. So we'll have a landing here, and then we'll continue digging down there. And I think that will work out pretty good. And it keeps us from having one giant staircase just, you know, going down. I'd like to see, what's the pressure? What's the rest of it? Are we like averaging about 60, 70? Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, I'm hoping they're going to up the sun came up, so we should start charging. Oh, yeah, we still got the cooler running in. Oh! Yeah, I forgot. Hey, hole in the floor. Oh, we're still quite warm in here. Probably not so warm that we can just let it spread out with the rest of the base now, though. I don't know. We gotta see how well those coolers are working. Might need to look at doing a little bit something different there. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do if they're not gonna have, you know, kind of like the AC pipe cooler thing that they were gonna do. Sounds like that's what Dean was saying. Was they didn't really seem to be working out, I guess, quite the way they wanted, or, you know, they were still having issues with them, so they're looking at, I guess, kind of just getting rid of them completely. I don't know. It's early access, so who knows? It might completely uh-oh. Why did we suddenly lose all the pressure in the base? Okay, that's weird. I'm guessing that's a bug. Somehow it hasn't figured out that this hole's here. I was so gonna say I don't think we just pumped a hole in the side of the base. Alright, obviously I guess no pressure down here. That's a little strange, but alright. I'm assuming once we dig enough, it'll realize that we've got a random empty spot in the base. All right, where is the bottom of the stairs? I mean, we can go a bit below it. Obviously, the stairs are gonna... Holy cow. Yeah, these stairs are always so long. That's all right. It'll work. We'll make it work. All right, so we should just be able to... Are we finally okay? We're pressurizing now. Very nice. Yeah, this is definitely gonna have to go collect some oxides by the time we get this cleared out, which I'll do off camera before the next stream. We might gain some of it. It might not be that bad though. Well, it's still gonna be low. I mean, I'm still gonna have to collect some. There's no way around that. But I mean, you figure by the time if we encase this, which I don't know, we could just leave a rock. It's really not nice enough to not leave it, to leave it as rock, I guess. I'm not really going for the whole cave look. Let's see here. So... but that will fill up some of the volume again, but I don't think it's going to really make enough of a difference to, I mean, what, maybe a load, I mean, either way we're going to use the oxygen, so, but it's not like we're going to be refilling most of this space with walls and blocks and whatnot. So it is yeah, it's going to take quite a few runs of oxides, which I do hope they I'm really hoping that that'll maybe get a rebalance, because it a few runs, yeah, I mean, I don't know, I can see a trade-off on it, because obviously the bigger the base, the more it's going to take to fill. But I don't really think my base is that big that, it should take me like 20, 30 runs, however many it's taken to get the pressure all the way up. Though granted, if you were, I guess that's a reason to play multiplayer, play on a server, so, have a few people mining, a few runs of oxide each, and, goes a lot faster. But, it gets a little monotonous by the time you go out and, okay, go get another run of oxides. Which is why I try not to, accidentally vent the base out to space. And so this should be, hopefully, a pretty... Yeah, we're definitely going to get some lights going on in here. That's going to come back a little bit farther. Let's see, we might just go ahead and go all the way back to there. You never know. You make the room, you think it's pretty big, and then by the time you start throwing stuff in it, you're like, I'm out of room. I need more room. I'd rather only have to dig it out once. Like I said, I've got a whole moon, so if we make it a little big, it just means I have to do more oxide runs. Can't get away from those. I'm hoping, they'll get the plants going, and, obviously, hopefully you'll be able to get, oxygen from the plants. Hopefully it's a decent rate or amount, and, it'll help offset. I mean, obviously, I guess you've got to... Well, I guess you could start with one room. Potentially, you could start with one room and, a small room with a greenhouse in it. And I guess you could do a back pressure regulator and a passive vent and pull out from the room if it's over a certain kPa to fill up oxygen tanks, to fill up an oxygen system. Wow, if we really cut like, oh, I'm sure it's probably not completely balanced yet, but I guess we've really pulled out, if we're really down to like 56, I don't know. Isn't really half the size of the base, so. Alright, how do we want to do this? So, well, we could just snake that through and say that had, I'm thinking that's probably big enough for, oh, okay. I should go change my battery out before I die. And let's go ahead and turn these off. We've already drained the system, so there's no point in having them run any longer. All right, let's go change this out before I start suffocating. All right, there we go. And look at that, nice full batteries. All right, let's, I think we're, oh, that's not the one I want to do. I want to swap him. All right, we'll drop that. We don't want the iron sheets. Where's the iron frames? All right, let's go put these back, because otherwise we're going to keep picking them up. Iron frames. There we go. All right. Yep, our battery's still over there. Staircase is over there. That's fine. That stuff's not gonna really. Okay, so let's try to figure out now. I kind of want to see. So. Oh, really? If I'd realized we only had. Oh, I didn't even look at how many was in the stack. Brilliant. Brilliant. Wow, even 2 of those is quite a long staircase. Yeah, I must have picked up and dropped that stack how many times, and I didn't pay attention to how many was actually in it. Alright, so. And where do we put all of our steel in here? Yes. Steel. Oh, so good thing we made a bunch of steel, right? Almost like I planned ahead or something. Luckily, they don't take all that long to make. Ooh, come on, drop in there. Thank you. And at some point, I still have to set up a fabricator. It hasn't exactly been at the top of my priority list, but I think maybe what we'd do is we'll end up putting the greenhouse here, and then maybe taking a couple more blocks for over here, and we can get the fabricator set up. Because unless we, I don't know, all the rest of the machines are in here, so probably wouldn't, be a good idea to have it here with the rest of the machines. Alternately, my thought is to pull down like these. I don't know. There's different cost ratios and stuff for if you're using the fabricator or the other machines, and the fabricator is pretty slow. So I wanna, yeah, we'll do. I think we'll do like Can we even put one? We could put one there. I'll probably just go in front of it, since yeah, they don't last very long, do they? Oh, we'll let it make some more while we do a little bit of welding. This is going to be a lot of floor grates later on too. Definitely want to get this one, so thank you. Yeah, it'd be nice if they had a set of stairs that you know, was like sealed. Because right now you're just gonna kind of, you know, see whatever's there. Plus you can't obviously seal up behind it, so. We're gonna need to make more steel sheets too. Oh, I always run out of stuff. But at some point it will be. Wow, okay. We basically got a 2 block wide room. It seems so much bigger. Jetpack, I guess. Thank you. Oh, iron frame. Yeah, iron sheets. That is the drawback of using these, because they do take up so much. You know what? I actually just thought about it. I could just use the steel walls on these ones. I mean, it's inside the stone, so it's, you know, it's still gonna. It's not like I needed the I guess, extra strength of the blocks. And if I need to run anything, I can just run it behind the walls. And it'll be a pain to mount stuff, but I guess I'm not really planning on mounting too much stuff down there, since it is the battery. I don't know. I don't know. I have to figure that one out. I mean, I usually like using the blocks. Just, you know, it's you know, so much easier to mount stuff to. Which, I guess I should say, it's just possible to mount so much more stuff to it. And not really so much a matter of it being easier. Oh, what is that? The end of our stairs there. Yeah, so I think what we'll end up doing is clearing out this all the way over. So I guess my new thought is, if the power line's coming in there, maybe we'll have a generator set up over here to tie in, and then have batteries running across here, because we can fit quite a few batteries in there. And if we need to later on, we can always expand the room. I don't think we'd ever really need, at least right now, more reserve than that. Yeah, I can't see. I do hope they get some more power generation in, though. It'd be nice to have something besides just solar. I'm sure it'll, you know, it'll come eventually. I don't know if I really need to put one there or not, but Probably not. But, you know, we have a whole moon of resources. Okay, so we've got our ceiling. Oh, yeah, I think definitely one of the first things I wanted. Oh, really? I used them all up again. They go so fast. And I pick them up, and all right, we're gonna swap to mainly because they make so fat. And they there we go. Thank you. And we went through almost and we still got that cooler running, don't we? Oh, I did it again. You get, yeah, that's close enough. I think that's why it's dropping the battery lower than it normally drops. Oh, we've got that thing running, which I guess why we're here. Since we have some, get some of this stuff filled in. And some of this I'm probably not really going to worry about filling in. You know, honestly, I don't need the ones down there. I don't know. I don't really need the ones right there either. But I definitely want to fill in the ones that, and I think I did test before that those do seal on the diagonal. You don't need one underneath. But I don't want to have the rock walls. Mainly in other areas that if I go down there, I don't want to, you know, accidentally void the base. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think we're gonna come down this way. Oh, 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 nope. All right, we gotta dig some. We'll drop these over here. Let's go grab some plates while we're at it. I could have. There we go. What have we used? We've used probably about 50 of those so far. So we're going to need quite a few more. Yeah, let's turn the torch on. That'll probably help a little bit. And do a little bit of cleanup over here. But I got to get the welder out soon anyway, so we can clear out that other area. Or did I say welder? Grinder. Drill. Whatchamacallit. Yes. Now, I'm hoping they do I like to see them add like an upgrade system so you can make like, you know, higher tiers of tools, you know, your suit, you know, and maybe just higher tiers of, you know, like a higher tier solar panel or something, who knows. But definitely the tools and stuff, you know. I'd like to see a drill with a faster collection or something. Or, you know, not faster collection, but, you know, that mined out faster or covered a bigger area. I mean, honestly, the area is not bad, just if it mined faster. And obviously they could do pretty few upgrades to the suits. And again. And autosave. Alright, where are we? And we're getting there. Definitely, we're not going to finish it this stream. And I'll probably have to be wrapping up the stream soon anyway, because it's, is that iron? Nope, that is steel. Okay. Because we're going on like, what, an hour and 17 minutes right now. Which is, I try to aim for about an hour. Yeah, look, we got a steel frame in there. Not surprising. How are we doing on steel anyway? Yeah. Yeah, steel sheets don't take too much. I think you get... I did some changing on it. Was, is it a half per sheet? Is that what they changed it to? You know, the stairs are actually far enough back. No. I'll save that for, that would actually be good to, if we need to do programming and stuff. We could put, some logic chips and stuff inside there. Plus we're gonna, like I say, we need to run some wiring, but not really. The good thing I like about having this underneath is now we can run kind of wires, you know, in the floor and then just come up to, you know, wherever we need them. And, which granted, you know, the plan was is we'll put floor grates down anyway, so I don't know. I guess it's kind of the same thing either way. But like this area, I'd like to leave it kind of looking all, you know, like I probably won't put like the steel walls and stuff down here. You know, I'll just leave the wiring exposed. I want to have a readout upstairs, you know, that's going to tell us how much power we have. You know, and as long as we've got plenty of storage, then we really shouldn't need to come down here. So, I'm not planning on really making it too, you know, decorated. And it probably wouldn't hurt. I just thought of, maybe we'll put a doorway here and do some, I was going to say because we can seal it off. I probably don't leave the torch on. Alright, we probably can stop making steel sheets now. We'll definitely use them at some point. I mean, we still got more base expansion to do. We're going to need some down with us. But we do still need more steel frames. Oops. No, stop it. Oh, come on. Thank you. Yeah, that's 2. Oh, yeah, we're still getting plenty of charge. Did I already grab that other steel frame that was up here? May have. Alright, so... there we go. See, maybe we'll put a door right here. And kind of seal off this area. And then we need to, I think we'll kind of finish off that. I'm not really liking the too wide. I kind of want to push into that wall. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And let me see. We've got, I mean, even here we've got 3 wide, which we're definitely going to have to put a guardrail down this side, though. Definitely do that. We don't really need the stairs right now. Though I'm sure that will probably come in handy sometime. And if it doesn't, we can probably recycle it if we need be. Okay. Yeah, it seems for the most part they fixed that issue with stuff clipping through the... I know they've had it on the patch notes a couple of times, but I haven't really had anything clipping through lately. So, seems like they've finally taken care of that. Let's get this all cleaned up. Let's hit the easy areas real quick. All right, let's get that spot up here. Beautiful. Very nice. That works. Yeah, definitely. Lights. Need lights. Come on. Clear this out. And a little bit more. Thank you. Luckily, should be nowhere near anything that is going to cause us to vent the base out. I tried to pick a kind of pretty flat area to build in. And let's see here. There we go. We'll get this. And so let's see, we get the batteries done. Generator. I guess really the only thing else right before, besides, you know, getting as much stuff kind of automated, which I don't really know how much we can. I mean, obviously we can get climate control automated. But there's no real, you know, it's not like we can tell the smelter to run if we're low on iron or, you know, something like that. Because I don't think there's really, you know, there's no way to really, like, track, you know, what's in an inventory. As far as I know, you can just tell that there's something in the inventory. I mean, I guess we might be able to do some roundabout way of, you know, running stuff through a sorter so we know exactly what's there. But I could see those end up being pretty huge builds to, you know, if you're basically running it like that. which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I try not to have huge builds just to have huge builds. Okay, a little bit more. Which I could probably just put the blocks down and clean it up afterward. Yeah, so we'll have the line come down there, run down that way. Somewhere, generator's going to tie in, batteries. Then we're going to come back up, and we're going to have to probably rerun. Well, we're definitely going to have to rerun some of the lines, because everything's kind of tying in, basically kind of off of this right now. And it's going to end up probably coming up, somewhere, I guess, over here. Or it's where the output is B. But that's where, we can snake it across underneath and come up through. So it should work out pretty good. And wasn't that making frames? Hey, look, we got steel sheets too. No. Iron sheet. I could have swore I had that making. Did I hit the power button when I walked away? Or oh, wait a minute. I already made them, didn't I? Ah, yes. Not like I won't need more later on anyway, but actually, I think, we'll leave that there for now. So let's see, we'll get, I really, lighting. I think before we do anything else, we need to get lighting in here. I thought they made some changes to the, oh, never mind, that was the Subnautica. Yeah, they made the spotlight in Subnautica way better. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we need at least 9 more. I guess we'll grab the steel plates and do some welding while it makes a few more. I'm going to leave the money belt because we might have a little bit of cleanup left in there. Okay, you make those. Grab that. We'll get torch. All right. Honestly, I'm glad that the torch lasts quite a while. It'd be nice if we get a little, maybe larger stacks of everything else. But, at least it's not like every time you turn around, the, oxygen tank's empty. And, granted battery, yeah, but I haven't even made nuclear batteries yet, so, but it's not bad. And honestly, I could take my helmet off. Okay. So, let's see. And that's an iron. And, alright. Yeah, this will be, I think that'll work out pretty decent. I'm still not 100% sure on the only 2 wide, but oh, very nice. We get 10. We should, if I counted right, have 1 extra. Probably will be too short, but we shall see. I guess I do got to do a little bit more cleanup over there. Oh, now we're definitely going to be short. Oh, autosave. Thank you. Did we have that right? I guess we did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah. All right. Anyway, let's throw that over there for now. Let's get rid of that one because we don't need it. So look at that. We actually had 2 left. And welding. You think in the future, well, I guess we're not too far in the future in this. I'm going to say, you think you would have a torch that could, you know, just kind of turn off when you're not using it and ignite when you do use it? Ah. Okay, yep. So we still have... So I did count right. We did need 9. Very nice. That's kind of... I'm surprised. Usually I miss one. All right. Oh. I'm gonna assume that was just me turning too fast. Wait. Alright, well, something happened there, because we should have had another... We had a steel frame extra. Did it clip through and I not see it? Oh, who knows? I should call that the dungeon. Right. Let's put the steel plates back. Let's see, we could have just changed that one to a, I guess we'll get that off the floor. We'll need that shortly, though. And how's our battery's starting to get low on the drill. It's alright. It'll be enough to finish this off. Come on. Come on. Thank you. And let's get this corner done. Yeah, I'll definitely have to get some oxides before the next stream. And being probably overly picky on my cleanup since well, I don't like them in the blocks anyway because they get in the way when you're running wiring or whatnot, or you find out you have to open up the block and you've got a whole bunch of rock there. Okay. Yeah, and we're definitely putting some lighting in here. Come on, come on. Alright, I think that pretty much does it. So that line the line right there can continue down. We'll run it across. Probably have a generator. Yeah, I want that line to come down, and which we don't really need to access. Maybe right next to here we'll have a chute come down. No, we're not going to do that. Remember, we're going to do the locker. Yeah, chutes have too much of an issue of when you start up the map, they have a tendency to shoot stuff out, or at least they were, and I haven't noticed anything saying that that was fixed. All right. Okay, so yeah, definitely lighting. And I'm still debating maybe doorway down there and railing up here. And that should still let us walk down here if we need to access any of the filters. I think that will probably work. And then we can get rid of this mess that's just kind of here. And we'll just put a power display. Maybe we'll move the battery charger over there as well. That way we can have both of those. Or another thought is maybe we'll have power monitor. And we could probably put a power monitor, battery charger, and maybe a couple of, something for the air controller, air monitoring. I think that'll probably be a decent improvement. Oops, not that. 5. Yep, there we go. All right, so we can finally put the mining belt back for now and have our tools on us. Okay. And before I forget, let's change out that battery. There we go. All right. Let's see, we're at almost an hour and 40 minutes on the stream now. So I am going to call this good for this episode. Nothing obviously overly exciting, but a little bit more progress. I'll probably, like I said, I'll go do a couple oxide runs, get the base filled back up. And then next episode, I'll probably pre-make a couple of components too. But next episode will be setting up the new power system, power storage, or the revamped power storage system, bringing the generator down here, and then bringing everything back up and tying it up. And hopefully we'll get that all done in one episode. I guess it depends on how much we get into it. And then I think after that's expanding this area, getting the hydroponics, and probably getting the fabricator finally set up. Yeah, so, all right, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Questions, comments, post them. And suggestions, more than welcome. And we'll throw this thing back up real quick. And while we're here, might as well just actually throw that on the charger, since pretty much everything's full. Yeah, so expanded battery storage will be good, because obviously I don't even know if it's hit noon yet. Yeah, might be a little past noon. Well, actually, I don't know if you can't. I never noticed that. Can you not see any shadows through the glass? Okay, it's either noon or it might be just a little past noon. But obviously, we're not taking full advantage of all the power we're generating on the panels because we've got nowhere else to put it. So that will be a pretty decent improvement, especially once we get the O2 system, climate control automated. We're going to have fans running more often, heating, cooling running. So we'll probably eventually end up needing that power. All right. Well, anyway, I will probably do a couple streams tomorrow. And like I said, I'll go do a mining run and whatnot first, and then we'll kind of jump into it. All right. Again, hope you guys like the stream. This is Mickey D. Have a good night.